Joseph's story continues with a moment that will shape everything that comes after. At a moment of innocence, mystery, and destiny, Joseph begins to dream dreams that come from God, dreams that reveal what is to come, even before anyone understands them. One day, Joseph approached his brothers with excitement in his voice. He said, "Listen to this dream I had." Joseph was not boasting. He was simply sharing something that felt important. Sometimes God places something in our hearts that we don't fully understand, and our first response is simply to share it. Joseph continued, describing his dream. "We were out in the field binding sheaves of grain. Suddenly my sheaf stood upright, and your sheaves gathered around it and bowed down to mine. The dream was vivid, unforgettable, and clearly symbolic." His brothers understood it immediately, not as a brother's imagination, but as a message they did not want to hear. Their reaction was sharp. The Bible says they responded with anger. "Do you intend to reign over us? Will you actually rule us?" The dream touched a sensitive place in their hearts. They already struggled with jealousy. This dream felt like a confirmation of their fears, that Joseph was set apart, marked for something greater. And this stirred their jealousy even deeper. Yet Joseph's dreams did not end there. Soon after, he had a second dream, even more striking than the first. He shared it just as he shared the first dream, saying, "I had another dream. This time the sun, the moon, and 11 stars were bowing down to me." The image was powerful and impossible to ignore. When Joseph told his father and brothers, the reaction was mixed. Jacob, his father, rebuked him gently, asking, "Will your mother and I and your brothers truly bow down to you?" But even as Jacob questioned him, the Bible tells us that Jacob kept the matter in mind. He sensed that something divine was happening, something too profound to dismiss. Joseph's brothers, however, reacted differently. Their jealousy grew. They could not see the purpose behind the dreams. They saw only the possibility that Joseph might one day rise above them, and that idea filled them with resentment. These dreams were not simply pictures in Joseph's mind. They were signposts of God's future plans. Joseph didn't know how or when they would come true. He didn't know about the challenges ahead, the suffering he would endure, or the incredible journey he would walk through. But God knew, and God was already preparing the path. Joseph's dreams remind us that God often plants seeds in our hearts long before they grow. He gives hints, glimpses, and hopes that make little sense at first. Sometimes people won't understand. Sometimes they may even oppose what God has placed in your heart. But God's plans are never stopped by human misunderstanding. His purposes unfold in His timing, not ours. As Joseph's story unfolds, we will see how these dreams, simple, mysterious, and spoken in innocence, become the foundation for everything that is to come. What begins with jealousy will become the very thing God uses to save a nation. Thank you for joining this peaceful reading of Genesis 37:5-11. May God help you trust the dreams He places in your heart and guide you gently along the path He has prepared for you.